I've been dating this man for a year plus now, and it's been great. I, however, feel like he's not masculine enough for my liking in terms of how he talks, how he walks, how he acts. Do you think that this may be a deal breaker?
Some things you don't know that you don't like until you enter
Yeah.
them, you know?
And then
you are going to say, did you not see?
But women, I feel like we always want to give the benefit of the doubt. You always want to see if it'll work, try to make it work, try to whatever. So that by the time now even it's reached the point of breaking up, it's like months and years have passed. Let's just be honest with ourselves. If it's not working, it's not working.
Let me tell you a petty reason I didn't date someone.
Okay.
Amazing date. I think we went to dinner. It was so good. He was this tall, dark, handsome guy. Like the vibe was really vibing. Now we wanted to move from the dinner place to the cinema, and it was literally like across the mall. So we went. I saw his walk. Stephanie, let me show you guys.
Why are you dating Ethan? Because like what? This is how all teenagers walk. You know, teenagers have this like.
That's how he was walking.
Hi friends, I trust you are well. Welcome to another episode of
Asking for a Friend,
brought to you exclusively here on the SNS. Prior to beginning, would like to express our gratitude to Longonot Place for providing us with their serviced apartments as a shoot location. Now they are situated off Harithuku Road and are ideal for individuals who are seeking long-term or short-term accommodation. For more information, feel free to check our description box down below. Now joining us today on the set of Asking for a Friend, they are no guests. I feel like this is practically their second home, but I'll let them introduce themselves. So I don't know who wants to start.
Lydia.
Hi everyone, my name is Lydia KM. I am a wellness and lifestyle content creator, one half of TMI podcast. You hold my hand.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were just
one half of TMI podcast. Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Lovely. Hi guys, my name is Murugi Munyi. I'm a content creator, I'm an influencer, a podcaster, an entrepreneur, and the other half of TMI podcast, KE.
Do you want to hold her hand again?
We could do that. Thank you. Thank you.
Tuko pamoja.
We are together.
So in case you're watching this for the first time, basically Asking for a Friend is a segment where we appeal to our audience to send us in their dilemmas, and I, in turn with my guests, we shall be responding with our 2 cents and a razzle-dazzle of banter. Are we good?
Yeah, ready.
All right, let's start. So dilemma number 1. Is it shallow to break up with someone because they are not into pop culture / social media literate? They say, like, how do you not know about TMZ? Talking about how you used to wake up and milk cows. How sway? I just want to talk about Riri and Rocky.
So is she the one who's been broken up with?
No, she wants to break up with someone.
with him.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
So it's shallow.
I think so, but I'm not gaslighting you. You can break up with anyone for anything. It's your life. You decide. But I feel like sometimes we make our partners be everything. Like, why don't you just talk about Riri and Rocky with Murugi or someone else? Like, does he also have to be invested in every single thing that you are invested in? Especially something like social media. Then, when all he does is social media and he's not working, we call him broke. And
first of all, it's a bit sexy when a man then know like pop culture things. It's just like, babe, let me
he's
tell
not even
you.
on social media.
Right? It's just like kind of cute, you know. But I think I agree with what you're saying. You don't need anyone's validation. For some reason, women always feel like they need validation. Like, is this a good enough reason? Literally, you can break up with anyone because of anything. Hopefully, it's towards the beginning of the relationship, because I feel like when you've been dating for a few years, it's difficult to be like, the actual reason I'm breaking up with you is because you don't know who Riri and Rocky are, you know? But let me say that the longer you're in a relationship, the more it helps that you guys have common interests. So if you're really interested in like pop culture, and that's what you spend a lot of your time commenting on, doing, if maybe it's even your job, like our job is like a lot to do with pop culture, then it could actually be a significant thing. And either way, you should still break up with him because you've already thought about it. You're already halfway out the door. Break up with him.
So just out needs that. Okay.
Out.
Next dilemma. I'm 25, female, still living at home. I'm saving up to move out, but I'm not ready to adjust my lifestyle. I'm thinking of moving in with my partner for the economy. Thoughts?
No. I feel like money is never a reason why anyone should be living with anyone, number one. Number two, let's fast forward and God forbid you guys break up. So you don't know, you won't be able to live the lifestyle that you want on your own. Nope.
Yeah.
Wait it out, save money for a year and go and live on your own somewhere where you can afford. Or even if you want to move in with your partner, but you can afford whatever situation happens, you are economically empowered that this has ended, you're out and you're good. No.
Yeah, I feel like it's already a red flag, the fact that you didn't say, oh, I've really been wanting to move in with my partner, and now it would make sense also from a financial point of view. But if this is the main reason why, absolutely, I would say do not do it. I think it's a really positive, like, maturity thing for you to know that your lifestyle would change from when you are living with your parents to when you're living out there. And I feel like for most of us, I would say, unless you're really privileged, that just happens. There's definitely a dip. Like, when you discover the price of sufrias and curtains, you are like, wow. So my parents were billionaires and I didn't know.
And the things they take us shopping.
You know?
Like, whoa.
I saw someone posting something yesterday. It's like, oh, I knew I was mature when I passed town and I bought 2 minji instead of 2 tops. And I was like, hey, now you start thinking about I need to buy food for the house. That's when you know. I would definitely say if you are not ready for your lifestyle to change, just stay in your parents' house. Or perhaps move in with a friend. I feel like moving in with a friend is also like a nice in-between stopgap, but it should not...
You're moving in with a friend in a situation where you are not financially all the way. Like, no.
But it sounds like she has finances. It's just not at that level of like where your parents are.
But if something bad does happen, you have to adjust in chaos. And most of us hardly ever do that. You wouldn't. It would be hard for you to just start accepting your circumstances. Now you're fighting with your friend and.
But can you imagine being 25 and living in your parents' house? You know, at past a certain age, I just feel like you start butting heads with your parents. It's like now, oh, I want to stay out, but they're still treating you like you're a child. But you're like, but I'm an adult, but you're still in my house. And then now it's just like a...
So I think taking the L to just adjust your lifestyle. And what you think is that most 25-year-olds will be living like you. So it's not like, oh, wow, look at you. You're not there, down there. No, all in the gutter collectively.
Together. It's interesting when you were saying imagine, and I'm like, you can just say my name. Like I live with my parents.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. Like
and how is that?
I think it's a learning curve because the exact same thing you were saying for I am an adult but I'm still a child.
Because you're in their house.
And their rules. Their rules because I live under their house.
Exactly.
Or under their roof rather.
So. But post-COVID, I feel like please let's stop give each other pressure. Like if it makes sense for you to still be at your parents' house and you're saving money, you're comfortable, do it and then but eventually though. Eventually.
Do you feel like those same rules apply for a man?
I feel like I have 25 more grace now. A man at 25 I have way more grace now. Way more grace, I feel like things were not as before where it's just like anyone who's at a certain age, you must be this way. Too many things changed after that. And I think I give men more grace too.
I do too. But if a man was 25 and we are starting to date and you tell me you're living with your parents, I wouldn't look twice in his direction. But that's toxic masculinity and I'm addressing that in therapy. Thank you.
She said I don't want to cut straight.
Finished.
Okay. So, sorry, there was one that I had opened.
By the way, these questions were submitted anonymously, which I don't know if it makes a difference. I think it really, you think people are freer when there's, because
absolutely.
Really?
Take it from me, people come and open their hearts here.
But sometimes on TMI, I feel like people still open their hearts and I'm just like, and you know, we can see your handle and your...
Maybe there's more to go.
Oh, that they are not saying, we should try that.
We should.
We could.
Hi Steph, my dilemma is in my previous relationship I accidentally got pregnant and I was young and I didn't want to keep it. We broke up with a guy 3 years ago and now I'm in the healthiest relationship 16 months in. Should I tell my current partner or do I never talk about it?
Wait, I'm sorry, she got pregnant and then what happened?
And then she aborted the baby.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So now...
What?
Shut up.
So now she's in a healthy relationship and she's wondering whether she should tell her current partner.
No.
Me, what? Me, I would say.
But let me tell you why. If you're asking,
it means you want to say,
definitely. I think you're not sure of what's going to happen with your partner. With maturity, as I've matured, I've matured. What I've come to realize is a big difference between honesty and full disclosure. And you owe nobody full disclosure. Whatever it is that you're navigating in your life, that you need to see who has the capacity to handle some of these things.
Yeah.
It's not all the time, you love me, you're amazing, so now I can tell you anything and nothing will change. No, there are some things that take some time. I feel like sit on it and see if you're doing it because you feel like you, full disclosure is how you connect, or it's like you feel like this is this deep dark secret that you want to share with your partner. I think you need to take your time with it. This in this Kenya.
Yeah. Do you feel like you owe your husband full disclosure?
No, I think you owe no one full disclosure, especially if it's something that doesn't affect them. You don't owe anybody full disclosure.
Right.
However, if it's something that, like for example, now you guys are trying for a baby, and things are not happening, and you know it might be because of the consequences of something they've done in the past. They need to know that.
But now after that, let's say that is now 5 years and you're already married or whatever, then now they come and just like, how could you not tell me this? Why did you not tell me?
Full disclosure. I don't owe you. There's so many things in your life. By the way, I don't need to know.
No, me, I need to know everything about you, so I feel like you owe me full disclosure.
But so me, because I don't need to know everything about someone, I need to know what affects me, what is like part of like, you know, the things that you feel like, okay, this is something that is going to affect our life together. I need to know those. But generally speaking, I don't need to know the things that you are experimenting on in college if they are not like, if they're not
essential. Okay, I completely agree with you about like, especially when you're just dating someone. I feel like it's not that now we've been dating 2 months, now I need to tell him. However, I would say that the fact that you're asking, it feels like you yourself have not made peace with what happened. Because for it to be a big enough deal for you to be like, should I tell them, should I not tell them? There's also a difference between like, this is just something in your past that you're not speaking about versus you're lying to the other person. You're not lying to the other person by not telling them absolutely everything that you have been through. I would say you just need to make peace first in yourself about what has happened, and I feel like once you do, then it won't really feel like this burning thing of like, I need to share it, because then you share it to this person and then the next one you're sharing, is that really a part of your life that you want to constantly be sharing with people? Another thing is, because abortion can also be one of those like touchy subjects, if you truly decide now you want to share, I would be like, first do some spot checking. You know, like be on your phone. Oh wow, yeah, you know, my friend had to abort her baby. If he obviously now starts saying, what? You should not be friends with that person. That's spot check. And then now you already know, let me not bring. 100%. Do you know what I mean? It's like, we're not going to, because now you're going to be now cast out. Like, how can you heathen? Get out of my house. No,
it's true.
No
and
one
there are
needs
other
that.
people who are also hypocritical, that maybe they were part of an abortion, but they don't want you.
That's it.
They don't want you to be. And I think because of like why it's so controversial, and it's something that's used to shame women so much. I don't know. This was public, so this is not gossip I'm bringing. There was this. There were a couple, right? And after they broke up, they were together for like 5 years.
And the guy was like,
he did a full interview, a sit down, as we're here on SNS, and it's just like, huyo msichana alikuwa anatoa mimba zangu, sijui ametoa matano. I bet you the whole time he was holding her hair. Watch it, baby. It's okay, baby. But now that we are done, it's you, now and it's shame on you. So then because of that, I feel like that's something you've got to seriously decide about who you're giving it to.
Hey, wow,
Okay. All right. So, hi friends. So this guy, we've been talking since mid-2022, but started dating officially mid-2023. Late last year, there was a problem at his place of work, and it kind of took a toll on him. He said he wanted space to figure everything out and get stability in terms of his income. We haven't seen each other since the end of November, which I'm assuming is last year, and we barely talk now. I know I'll sound delusional when I say this, but I'm sure that he's not talking to any other girl or any other person. I feel like my love and interest for him is unfortunately fading away. Should I wait or should I just move on? He asked me to wait so he can figure his finances out.
You're no longer in a relationship.
You're no longer in a relationship.
Yeah, they started dating mid-2023. Then, July, August, September, October, November. And so now you've been separated for longer than you have even been dating.
Together,
no, I would say definitely don't wait. I feel like continue living your life as if this person is not in it. And when at the point at which they do come back, then now you can assess based on that. But definitely don't put your life on pause for this other person.
Yeah, because first of all, I find that to be a really funny way of operating. You hold on while I figure myself out. But while you're there, do nothing. Please wait for me as I figure. So who's taking care of me when you're out. And I don't think there's anything wrong with giving someone space. I think it was good that you gave him space. But if you give him space, you're also giving me space.
Yeah.
So I can do whatever I want with my space. Yeah. No, I wouldn't say so. If you feel like disconnected with this person, you can tell him if you want to move on.
So my question follow up would be: is there a conversation happening?
Yeah,
or
I feel like you can have a conversation.
Yeah, I feel like there can be a conversation because I mean, at the end of the day, what we're trying to avoid is someone feeling bitter. Because imagine after now he comes, maybe it's been a full year, it's now November, and he comes and says, actually, I've decided I want to end the relationship, and you're like, wait, but you had told me to wait for you, and now it's just like now you're really angry about the 1 year you have wasted. I think it's best for her to just have a conversation, just be like, listen, I know you had said that I should wait, but honestly, I just feel like I can't pause my life as I wait for you to sort you, especially if there's no limit. I feel like breaks work well when there's a limit, and it's just like in 2 months we'll come back, we'll sit and we'll assess. So I mean, I'm not for giving ultimatums, but she could also give a timeline and just be like, you know, past this 5 month whatever, I don't see how I'll be able to just continue waiting for you, so you know, do something before then.
And also it's like if it's a financial thing, it's like this could be forever, you figuring this
it could
out.
be ages.
And what's the point of, where is the end point of I figured it out, you know? And also the finances don't really directly affect this dynamic that much, you know. It's like, yes, it's a difficult season for you, but it's like this is what we need to figure out, because okay, we've gone into a relationship 5 years, something else has happened.
Are we taking a break?
Yeah, you know, it's like maybe it's good to see that this is how sometimes he reacts to things. Just months of just going away.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
So basically the financial, should I say, struggle and the relationship don't have to be mutually exclusive. They can
And I
both
know
coexist.
for a man they do affect the way things are, but not to the degree of like, I don't want to speak to you at all. I don't think so.
I'm curious if this is in the same breath of when people say things like, you know, I'm not ready to be in a relationship even after giving you signs, or basically suggesting that you should be in a relationship. Now I'm working on my career, or I'm working on something. I wonder if it's the same thing.
I prefer that one though.
Yeah, but that one makes sense, because it's like you've already told me, so then now I know to do my things. It's the fact that he's told you wait for him, or like wait as I figure things out. That is the place which is just like, it's actually a bit unfair for the person to be telling you to wait. Because then who's taking care of my emotional needs? Who am I being able to talk to? Who is telling me good night and good morning? Nobody.
Yeah. And you don't need to project whether he's talking to other people or no. It doesn't matter. It's more of like, what are you doing with your time? What feels good to you? More than what he's doing.
Yeah.
All the best, friends.
All the best.
So this one says, I've always been a smart child, and this has led me to pursuing higher education, but as I'm currently doing my master's, there's pressure to go on and do a PhD. I generally don't mind it, but I would be doing it to prove that I can do it, not that I want to do it. What do you think?
Don't do it, girl. Yeah.
My Wuka was really obsessed with, so his chance to go to uni was somehow robbed of him. It was like a whole thing. And then he saw somebody who was one of the people who ended up going to uni, and they told him, when even though you didn't go, I know that, you know, your child or your grandchild is going to go or whatever and go on to be master and do even masters. And he always saw that as a manifestation of me. Like that story was about me. And he was always trying to encourage me to do a PhD. And I know it would have made him so proud, but a PhD is not something you're doing for anybody else. You need to do it for you. Does it make any sense, or are you just going to waste your time? I know that you know, you just feel like, wow, it would just make so many people feel, no.
What would you have done a PhD if you did one?
I don't know.
Content creation. There could be one.
Don't
you
laugh.
never know. Don't laugh. These days, guys. Hello.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because it came out a bit sarcastic.
PhDs require so much. I feel like masters, even masters, I guess to some extent, because I don't know. I feel like the world that we're in right now, I don't know if it values papers as much as when our parents were growing up. The world today just looks so different with the, like, social media and being more people being entrepreneurs, more people being able to like choose what they want in life. I feel like one just needs to make peace with your choices. Might not be the things that your parents and the people around you say is the thing that you should do. But and I also did watch a video about like people who grow up being told, you're so smart, you're such a smart child, you're just so brilliant. They kind of internalize that this is the thing about you that makes you so valuable and so special. So they kind of like will always go towards the thing that prove that they are so smart, the way they were told they are so smart. And it's difficult for them to conceptualize, okay, actually maybe I can be a creative. Maybe I can also be smart but be working as a, I don't know, in construction or whatever. And now that ends up limiting them. And later on in life, they end up so bitter and angry because they're like, this is not really what I wanted to do. You should not end up being that person.
There is a massive world now, and it's, I think, Terembe who's made me see there's this other world where people are doing masters and PhDs still. It's still very valuable. Like education is still a really big part because we are on this side. It's like fooey. Just do what you want. And just go on social media.
I haven't seen my degree certificate in years.
But there's this other side where it is really truly valuable. But the bottom line of all of this is not to say about the value of what's happening. It's like, do you think it's something that matters to you, that's going to help you progress in your career story, and something that you actually want to do?
But I think she's already even said, I would only be doing it so that I can make these other people happy.
Don't waste how many years.
Not do it, exactly. And there's those hard times when now you're struggling and what, and it's just like everywhere, you know, you need something to be holding you to it, just like, oh yeah, this is something I really want to do. If the only thing holding to you, you're holding on to it is because your mom is gonna say, wow, well done. I don't know, girl.
Okay. So the next one, I don't know if really it is a dilemma because I've read through it and I'm just like, girl, anyway. I'm not judging. Proceeds to judge. My ex-boyfriend cheated on me with 4 women who I all know of. Okay. I literally had one I am friends with, but they had a baby, but kept it secret. And then, sorry, I got lost. Hey, he keeps on trying to get me back, but I've moved on, and I really think he should do right as a dad, but he doesn't know that I know all of this. I don't know where the dilemma, like what we're supposed to say.
Block him.
None of your business.
Block him. Leave it. Put it in the bin. This is not even somebody who you even need to know that they want you back. It just block and literally tell everyone else. I don't wanna hear it. If he comes through you, shut it down.
Yeah, he should not have access to you at all to even come and whatever. Anything about him and his baby mama and the baby is none of your concern.
And
it is not
a secret.
So why are you?
Is that really your friend though?
That's a diabolical situation.
Yeah,
that is
you kept your whole baby secret.
Yeah, you're my friend.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I know how. Yeah,
around here.
The word friend really. Let's truly look deeper.
It's probably someone she knows.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
and I know you feel like it's actually not your responsibility for him to how much he pours into the child's life or the baby or whatever. You literally, you are. I don't even see how you are, why you are exactly. Block this monkey.
Definitely.
Done. Okay, I got 2 close friends. We are all mutuals. One is currently dating the other ex's. Yeah, the other's ex-man, sorry. So our friendship dynamic is now completely destroyed. I have missed some of their milestones in life and they have missed mine, and I'm just tired of being stuck there in between. What do I do to try and salvage the friendship?
So this one is dating this one's ex.
Yes.
And so now our 3-way friendship is,
because you probably can, but why don't you just have individual friendships with the 2 of them? And also this one, if that's not a value of yours to date other people's exes, you're the next one. Like people always look at things from a place of, oh, you Stephanie only hurt Joe, not me. But the truth is, it's a principle thing. If that's how you treat your friends, then sooner or later that's me. I think forget the trio. See if you can have a relationship with both of them individually, and just let this be the new normal. I'm sure it must suck. I can imagine what it's like to just have like that really nice comfort place where you have this little trio together, but now since that's not happening, it's probably going to be harder when you keep trying to force it to happen. You just go and show up for this friend individually, don't discuss the other one, and don't discuss the other one with this one. Just have it separate like that and see how that goes.
Exactly. Alternatively also, if maybe the one whose ex is being dated by this other one, if they are not comfortable with being friends with you, if you are friends with the other person, then you just choose who you want to be friends with, and then the other friendship is just going to have to be let go of. That's just the nature of
I don't know if you guys have seen these TikToks where and it's usually like a trio, either doing like a trio friend group, I assume, doing like dances, and then have 3/4 of the comments are just 2 of them are always closer. So I'm curious how you guys maneuver through friendships in groups. Dynamic.
I feel like it's to me personally, I feel like it's a bit immature to assume that people are going to have same level of closeness.
It's impossible.
It's just impossible. So I feel like it's okay for other people. It's like, I see these two are like closer because they have this thing, maybe they have something that connects them that I don't have, right? And that's a good thing. That, like, for example, with Joe and motherhood, any friend where she finds that connection with, I feel good that that part of her is spoken to, because I can't speak to that part of her. So it's good to just see friendship from the place of what a gift my friend has in that friendship, as opposed to what does this mean about me? You know, you've got to just, as you mature, as we keep saying,
that's our tagline now, is maturity.
You're going to see that actually you see friendship from the places of what a blessing that is to my friend, more than how is that taking away from me. But it can't hurt, especially when you're younger, because then it's like competitive, there's jealousy, there's like, you're still fighting through your worth, through friendships. But yeah, I think it's okay to allow things to be off balance a bit. I completely
agree, and I feel like I've been in a 3 people friendship. It ended, and now they too are friends, and I'm no longer in the friendship group. But initially 2 of us were close, and then the 3rd person came. But now when the friendship ended, my friendship ended with 1 of us, the 2 of them stayed friends. And so it's kind of like, now me, I just kind of fizzled out, which I didn't mind, honestly, because they looked like they were having such a great time. And I feel like maybe if I was younger, I would have taken that as like, oh my gosh, this is like really horrible kind of thing. And we, even during the time we were having the friendship, there were times where like one of us would be like, oh, when I saw you guys just hanging out, the 2 of you, it kind of made me feel this kind of way. And honestly, I'm just sorry, as you mature, there are some things which you just don't have time for. Like now we are balancing, as you, okay, now we can't even talk. If we talk, I have to make sure I've also talked to her, so it's like we have all talked even.
It's a thing that comes with age.
Exactly. It's
younger,
tough.
your friendships are everything. This is it.
Literally.
So it's like too much of your self-esteem is tied in how your friendships are going. So it's not as easy to say, wow, they're loving each other. No.
It's
but
just
as you grow up, you start to feel that way.
Okay, all right. I've been dating this man for a year plus now, and it's been great. I, however, feel like he's not masculine enough for my liking in terms of how he talks, how he walks, how he acts. Maybe. I'm sorry, I'm not. Forgive me. Maybe it's because he has 3 older sisters. Considering that I love everything else about him, do you think that this may be a deal breaker?
I mean, some things you don't know that you don't like until you enter them, you know? And then you're going to say, did you not see
how he talks, how he walks, how he acts?
One those things that you saw, though. How long have they been dating?
A year plus.
Come on, no, let's be serious.
So
you see the interesting bit is, considering that I love everything else, ma'am, what else?
What is literally how he talks, walks, and acts?
And
this is like him.
So this is what it's an ick. It's not like you are doing a bad thing, which is, I guess, what you didn't spot it earlier on. It's more of like, I am cringing as I see this. I feel like, honestly, this is not something you're going to get over.
You're not gonna get over it. I feel like just end it. Just end it. It's fine.
Hi, she's like, oh my god.
Exactly.
Here we go again.
And you know, let me tell you something. At the beginning of a relationship, some things are overlookable because like maybe he comes into your life when you are like super lonely or whatever, or there's a particular need you have at that time that he feels that need, so you don't see these other things. Over time, now you're just like, has he always,
and you have him now, so
talks like this? Has he always been walks like that? Like what? No, you're not gonna get over it.
I don't think you're going to get over it. We're not trying to say that this is a good reason, because we are not supporting, deciding what masculinity looks like for men. We have an episode.
We have an episode coming soon.
We have an episode that's already happened.
Has it happened?
Time, most likely.
All right, by time it's up.
Okay, detoxifying masculinity episode on TMI.
But what you're attracted to is like, you can allow men to do it. That's it.
However, if you have the muscle to undo it, because if it's an amazing guy, then he's an amazing guy. But can you?
Is he an amazing guy if he walks like that? Is he an amazing guy if he talks like that?
He's an amazing guy, but you don't feel good when he talks.
You're really trying to save this masculinity thing, but
because I don't want us to be like, I don't want us to keep pushing this terrible narrative. But it's something you're probably not gonna get over, and you're gonna make him feel bad about who he is, and there's nothing wrong with how he is. You just don't like it.
Which is let me tell you what I'm seeing as a trend for women is like, I feel like we take too long to obey the thing that keeps telling us in our mind that something, like I'm not happy being here. I feel like men, they can decide even in the 2 months, and it's just like, iki to work, you know, kind of thing. And even though they won't break up with you, they'll probably like ice you out until you break up with yourself, you know. But women, I feel like we always want to give the benefit of the doubt. You always want to see if it'll work, try to make it work, try to whatever, so that by the time now even it's reached the point of breaking up, it's like months and years have passed. Let's just be honest with ourselves. If it's not working, it's not working. And the reason can be as petty as what anyone else thinks is petty, but to you it makes sense. Yeah,
and accept the L that you might be taking, because maybe you will find Mr. Masculine Gorilla who does things that the way that you want, but he doesn't have maybe the emotional softness that this guy has been giving you. Like decide on your value base what's more important, because maybe it's like he is an amazing guy and that's amazing, and maybe you can work on seeing things differently because he's bringing something. Or go and find your gorilla when he's attacking you in the night because he's emotionally dead inside. Shida
Or because we don't have a lack mentality, maybe you'll find a gorilla who is also emotionally intelligent and
possible.
Is lovely.
That's possible. But if you do go out there,
recognize the potential L.
Recognize the potential L.
You're right. Yeah,
because you might regret it.
This is why I think as you get older, it's like now you actually start thinking, what are my values? What are like, oh, I would like to have this, versus the ones which are like, this is an essential for me. I absolutely cannot be with someone who doesn't have this, or who walks in this particular way. I wish she could send us a video of how he walks, so I could just...
Let me tell you, I don't know who it is. There's I was listening to the radio and they were like, oh, this is a snippet of an artist. Tell us if you know your artist by the voice. The voice that came on, I came from Nigeria, and apparently this is a big time artist. I was like, who is this? And
a man.
Yeah, very soft spoken. So I have an idea of what she might be.
You have an inkling.
I have an inkling.
So I know we can sit here and talk about our negotiables, non-negotiables till the kingdom come. But I'm curious. I think, but you're married, so I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would apply, but I'm curious for Lydia, as you're navigating your singlehood. What is the pettiest reason you would not date someone?
Let me tell you a pettiest reason I didn't date someone.
Okay.
Amazing date. I think we went to dinner. It was so good. He was this tall, dark, handsome guy. Like the vibe was really vibing. Now we wanted to move from the dinner place to the cinema, and it was literally like across the mall. So we went. I saw his walk. Stephanie.
Oh, so this is actually a real life thing that's
I'm curious. But you see, date one. I can
just see the men behind the scenes to start walking with you.
Yeah, let me tell you, as a man, there needs to be some space between your legs as you walk.
There was none.
It was like this.
Let me show you guys. This is how he was walking. And you remember, he's really like way bigger. He was like 6'2" or something. This is how he was walking.
Oh
no!
Are you
I'm not exaggerating.
You need to do it again.
We saw him at the club. We saw him at the club with Aggie, and she saw it. It was like this.
Oh my God! No,
that's how he was walking.
Were you dating Ethan? Because like what? This is how all teenagers walk. You know, teenagers have this.
That's how he was walking. And let me tell you, when we went to the cinema, because the vibe was so vibing, I'm sure he was like, what happened between the walk? Because this man put his hand on my thigh at the cinema, and I was
like get your filthy, disgusting hands off of me.
For Denzel Washington and Jamie Foxx, and he's like, get your fucking hands off me.
That is the one. That is
the one. You see, it's a first date. At that time, you're allowed to decide someone based on their eyebrow and whatever else.
Whatever you want,
at the time, you're not invested. But a year and a half, I would need to weigh out the things that this man is bringing versus the things that he doesn't have.
I'm trying to know who that is, who works like that. We shall investigate.
We shall. Do you
have an inkling?
It was in the UK. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, fine.
I told you it was in Kenya right now.
And I'll be like, show me a picture. Okay, fine.
Breaking. Okay, you don't know it.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Okay. So my married. Sorry, she said my married boyfriend. I don't know what that means.
You know what that means. Don't act like you don't know. Continue.
My married boyfriend is supporting my lifestyle and is halfway to getting me the job I want. I loved him. Oh, but okay, sorry. My married boyfriend is supporting my lifestyle and is halfway to getting me the job that I want. I loved him, but 1 minute in, this is sexual intercourse. Asha Kam, it's pissing me. I now have a new cat, the man of my dreams, but I can't let my mbaba go because I desperately need the job.
Numero uno, we don't condone having relations with people who are married. That's right off the bat. But since we're here, I would say, hold on to the man and get your job. And also his 1 minute, if you've already found the love of your life, this is like neither here nor there. If you know this is just like a means to an end, see, just means to an end the way, get the job and then go.
Lydia's views are not representative of TMI as a podcast and what we stand for. I want to make that clear. Okay,
Yes.
I want to just make that clear.
Yes, since we
However,
discretion.
exactly.
Yeah.
And just like with the previous point, sometimes if you're with this person for money, then you're not with them for sexual satisfaction. So really,
The value here is the
the
job.
value here is like, the job and the life, literally your whole lifestyle is being supported by this person. And it's the 1 minute sex you're concerned about, your priorities are in the wrong place.
Yeah. So it's that. Get the job,
Yeah.
then move on.
Yeah.
Let's be with the love of your life, right?
Yeah.
There you are.
All right.
2 months from now, the same person with the dilemma. I was found by my married boyfriend's wife. She burnt me with hot water. What do you guys think that I should do?
You should definitely stop dating married. Like, just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So this one is quite short. I asked my boyfriend why the sex has reduced. He lied and he said it's because he couldn't get it up, but I know he's been sleeping around.
What's the
So
dilemma?
what's your dilemma? Leave him.
Next dilemma.
Can women start knowing their worth?
Now,
I need
you know
women
the
start
funny
knowing
thing
their
about
worth.
some of these anonymous is when I get these messages for I'm here if you ever need.
Oh,
I'm
how
just
will I
like,
know?
Wow.
and how will I know who this is? All right, so I love a guy who is in a situationship. He says he loves me, but he can't leave the other girl because she was there for him in his worst and low moments, though he keeps asking if I'll accept him after ending the situationship, or I think the relationship. I've never answered because myself, I'm not sure if I'll accept him. Help a friend.
So what do you want, baby? So you don't want, you're not sure if you accept him,
Yeah.
if he does finally come over, and you want him to leave this other person for
Yeah,
what?
so why would he leave
Why would
without
he
a
leave?
surety that you're going to actually accept him?
Yeah. And clearly he can tell that you can't because he seems to be afraid to move with you fully because he doesn't seem to be clear that you are going to accept him. And also, what's unacceptable about him? Because you love him.
See, because now he's made you wait for him to still be sleeping with this other one. So maybe he's just like, oh, now once I leave her, will you?
No. Babe, let's figure out what do you want.
Yeah.
And then we decide our path there because it doesn't seem clear what you actually want.
Exactly,
If you
yeah.
want to be with him, then
Then
tell
yeah.
him he has to leave this other person, period. If you don't want to be with him, then just be in this situation, I guess, as it is. Or just leave him all, period. Let him be with the person who he's clearly into and who was there for him through his time.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
His time of need or whatever he went through.
Lydia said, I'm not
She
a
has-
ride or die.
she has said all
Get,
she needs
get
to be
your
said,
ride or
yeah.
die.
Definitely
Not
not
a ride or die.
Absolutely no.
I
see
too.
you in those cuffs. Did you,
Yeah.
you did what? Did you do that thing alone? Did you tell me that
Were
you were doing
we
that
together?
thing? No,
No.
if you had told me, babe, there's this thing that's happening. Like, I'm going to get like 1 billion. You
Yeah.
know, our
Help
life is
me,
sorted.
let's do
Help.
it.
I'll ride with you because me, I was in it. But you go there,
Then-
do what you're doing without telling me.
Good night.
Sufia kwa. All right. There's something that you have said that I unfortunately have lost my train of thought. This was in regards to. Wait, let me go back to that dilemma.
The situation.
Yeah,
The
situationship.
situationship. She.
Wants to accept him, the other girl, the other
Oh
girl.
yes, if you subscribe to the gospel of how you get them is how you lose them. Do you guys subscribe to that?
I think to, or even like how you, what I think is how you get them, you will potentially be a victim of that dynamic. Not necessarily that's how you end them, because what tends to
How
happen
you
is
lose
like,
them, yeah.
maybe you do get him from a place of he was cheating on somebody else, but then he cheats on you, but you guys don't end.
Yeah,
But I tend
exactly.
to feel like that, the fabric of whatever happened will be in your relationship somehow.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But in this case, is it really cheating? Because she has said that he's in a situationship, so he's not in a relationship as
And,
such.
and with him, is she in a situation with him?
Yes.
And he's
And
in a
he's also
situation with the
with someone
other
else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just situations.
Na mnauliza kwa nini ukimwi inaendelea
Yeah.
Kuenea.
please.
Kusambaa.